Good morning, everyone. We are the Group 2 and we will be discussing the market integration. So, in this presentation, we will explore the concept of market integration, its history, different types, and its impact on the global economy. We will also discuss some of the key institutions that play a role in promoting and regulating international trade and investment. Defining market integration. It is a process by which economies are becoming more independent and interconnected in terms of commodity flows, including externalities and spillover of impacts. So, market integration refers to the interconnection of prices among different locations or related goods. It indicates that markets are working together as one broader market where prices are likely to move together. This can be influenced by factors such as reduced transportation costs, minimize trade barriers, and advancement in communication technology. Market integration can occur at different levels, such as local, national, regional, and global. As markets become more integrated, it can lead to increased efficiency, competition, and economic growth. However, it can also present challenges such as increased inequality and vulnerability to external shocks. Next is the history of global market integration in the 20th century. During early 20th century, this era was distinguished by increased international trade facilitated by steamships and railroads. On the interwar period, the Great Depression of the 1930s caused a severe fall in global trade as a result of various countries' implementation of protectionist policies such as tariffs and quotas. During post-World War II, the Bretton Woods Conference of 1944 established a new international monetary system with fixed exchange rates, as well as institutions with goal of promoting economic stability and facilitating international trade. On the late 20th century, global trade increased significantly in the 1960s and 1970s as trade rules were liberalized and transportation and communication technologies advanced. On the late 20th century to present, the emergence of digital platforms improved internet access and information technology developments all contributed to the growing trend of globalization, which was first observed in the interdependence of economies. To wrap it all up, the global market integration experienced immense development in the 20th century due to a number of causes, including political instability, technological innovations, and improvements in communication and transportation.
So now I will be discussing about the three basic types of market integration and its examples. So first is the horizontal integration. This occurs when a firm gains control of other firms or agencies performing similar marketing functions at the same level in the marketing sequence. So in simpler terms, it involves gaining control of other companies that offer similar products or services. In this type of integration, some marketing agencies combine to form a union with a view of reducing their effective number and the extent of actual competition in the market. So when a firm engages in horizontal integration, they often aim to reduce the number of competitors and minimize competition within the market. To further understand, let us have some examples. One example is the Jollibee Food Corporations or JFC. So JFC have engaged in horizontal integration by expanding its operations into various food sectors and acquiring other food chains. Some notable acquisitions include Chowking, Greenwich Pizza, Red Ribbon Bakery, and Mang Inasal. So, dati magkakaiba ang may-ari ng mga restaurants na nabanggit ko but they are now under the ownership of JFC. So, for example, dati akong kumakain sa Jollibee pero naumay ako. So, instead of doon ako kumain, naisipan ko sa Mang Inasal na lang. So, sino pa rin ang kumita? Si Jollibee pa rin since Mang Inasal is owned by Jollibee. Definitely, nabawasan sila ng competition in the market. Halimbawa, in a certain place, there are 5 stores. McDo, KFC, Jollibee, Chowking, and Mang Inasal. 3 of them are owned by Jollibee, therefore, 60% ng kita ng buong market kay Jollibee mapupunta kasi 3 yung store niya. Competition niya lang 2, which is yung McDo and KFC, hindi 4. And this strategy allows them to increase their market power and expand their reach in their respective industry. Another example is the Meta platforms, formerly Facebook. Horizontal integration is evident through its acquisitions of Instagram and WhatsApp, both of which are social media platforms operating at the same level in the marketing sequence. By acquiring these platforms, Meta expands its presence in the social media market and gains access to a larger user base, thereby strengthening its position in the industry. Next is the vertical integration. This occurs when a firm performs more than one activity in the sequence of a marketing process. These activities typically include production, distribution, marketing, and retailing. This type of integration makes it possible to exercise control over both quality and quantity of the product from the beginning of the production process until the product is ready for the consumer. In simpler terms, vertical integration means having control over every step of making a product, from getting raw materials to selling it to customers. By doing this, they can ensure the product is both good quality and there is enough of it to meet demand. A prime example of vertical integration is Apple Incorporated. Why does Apple falls under this type of integration? That is because they perform multiple activities in the marketing process. These activities include product development, manufacturing, distribution and sales, and marketing and promotion. Apple designs its own hardware products such as iPhones, iPads, and Mac computers and oversees their manufacturing process. This allows them to maintain control over the production process and the quality of its hardware products. As I have mentioned previously, vertical integration means having control over both the quality and quantity of the product. Aside sa hardware, Apple also develops its own software operating systems. This includes iOS for mobile devices and macOS for computers. Apple operates its own retail stores, known as Apple Stores, as well as online store. This allows them to control the distribution of their products, control over the sales process, and build strong relationships with customers. Apple invests heavily in marketing and promoting their products. This includes advertising campaigns, product launches, events, and partnerships with other companies. Overall, Apple's vertical integration strategy allows it to maintain tight control over its products, from hardware and software development to distribution and services. Another example is the Coca-Cola Company. The company performs more than one activity in its operations, demonstrating vertical integration. Coca-Cola manufactures a wide range of beverages including carbonated soft drinks, juices, and energy drinks. The company owns and operates production facilities where these beverages are produced, ensuring quality control and consistency across its product lines. Coca-Cola is also involved in the packaging of its beverages. The company sources raw materials and works directly with suppliers. Coca-Cola manages its distribution and logistics networks to deliver its beverages to retailers, restaurants, vending machines, and other points of sale worldwide. Coca-Cola invests in marketing and sales activities to promote its brand and drive consumer demand. Overall, the Coca-Cola Company maintains control over key aspects of its business operations, from production and packaging to distribution, marketing, and sales. This strategy allows Coca-Cola to ensure product quality and enhance its competitive position in the global beverage market. Lastly is the conglomeration. This occurs when a corporate group, which is made up of two or more business entities, engage in completely different businesses, usually with the parent company and numerous subsidiaries. It is a combination of agencies or activities not directly related to each other operates under a unified management. So, conglomeration happens when a big company owns or controls several smaller companies that do completely different things. They might be in different industries, offer different products and services, but they all belong to the big company. Yung big company ay tinatawag na parent company while yung smaller companies naman, ito yung tinatawag natin na subsidiaries. One example of conglomeration is the SM Investments Corporation or SMIC. It is considered a conglomerate because it operates in multiple diverse industries through its subsidiaries. So SMIC has investments in various sectors including retail, banking, property development, malls, hotels, and resorts, among others. Its subsidiaries include SM Retail, which operates supermarkets and department stores, SM Prime Holdings, which develops and manages shopping malls, residential properties and commercial spaces, and BDO Unibank. Overall, SM Investments Corporation's conglomerate structure allows it to leverage its market presence across multiple industries. Ayala Corporation is another example of a conglomerate because it also operates in diverse industries through its subsidiaries and affiliates. It has investments in sectors including real estate, which is the Ayala Land, Bank of the Philippine Islands or BPI for banking, Globe Telecom for telecommunications, as well as Manila Water for water infrastructure. In terms of education, ang UNC or University of Nueva Cáceres was once managed by the Ayala Corporation. Overall, Ayala Corporation's conglomerate structure enables it to play a significant role in various sectors of the Philippine economy, driving economic growth, innovation, and sustainable development.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mark Lawrence Flores, and I'll be discussing to you the pros and cons of different types of market integration. As mentioned by Miss Colleague on her discussion, market integration were break down into three different types, which are horizontal integration, vertical integration, and conglomerate integration. Now, let's start with horizontal integration. Um, Horizontal integration, this occurs when a firm merges with or acquires another firm operating at the same stage of the production process within the same industry. Essentially, companies become bigger players in their existing market. So, to further understand the definition of horizontal integration, let me just give you an example. Here's my example. Imagine two local bakeries merging to become one big bakery powerhouse. This is the horizontal integration or an example of horizontal integration. Proceeding with the advantages of horizontal integration, and I have here three advantages, which is the first one is increase economies of scale. By combining resources and production facilities, horizontally integrated firms can benefit from lower per unit costs due to bulk purchasing and improved efficiency. And the other one is it enhances the market power. It increased size can lead to greater control over market prices and a stronger bargaining position with suppliers. And the last advantages is it improves distribution networks. Combining distribution channels can create a wider reach and more efficient product delivery. And now, its associated consequences are it reduces competition. Horizontal mergers can stifle competition with an industry, potentially leading to higher prices and less consumer choice. And integration challenges. Merging company cultures, management styles, and operation can be complex and lead to inefficiencies. And the last consequences of horizontal integration is limited innovation. Dominant players in a market may have less incentive to innovate if they face reduced competitive pressure. So now, let's proceed with the second types of market integration, which is vertical integration. This strategy involves a firm gaining control of businesses operating at the different stages of the production process for its good or service. A company might acquire its suppliers, distributors, or even retailers. To further elaborate this definition, like for example, a car manufacturer has a control to different types of companies such as tire company, tools and equipment company, and etc. And which they have the power to operate with those companies that they are invested in to have their like to have a great or good and better services of their own product. Yung mismong produkto nila yung mag-benefit coming from those companies na ininvestan nila ng pera like that. Now, the advantages of vertical integration: great control over supply chain. Vertical integration allows a firm to manage the entire production process, ensuring quality control and potentially reducing reliance on external suppliers. Improve efficiency, streamlining operations across different stages can lead to cost savings and faster product development cycles. And the last but not the least advantages of vertical integration is increased profit margins. By controlling more aspects of productions and distribution, a firm can capture a larger share of the profits within the supply chain. Now, the consequences of vertical integration are rather higher investments costs. Acquiring or establishing new business units can require significant upfront capital investments. Second one is reduced flexibility. Vertically integrated firms may struggle to adapt to changing market conditions as they become less reliant on external partners. And the last but not the least consequences of vertical integration is loss of focus. Expanding into new areas of expertise can divert management attention away from the core business. Now, the last types of market integration, the conglomerate integration. The definition of conglomerate integration is the strategy involves a firm acquiring businesses in completely unrelated industries. There is no direct connection between the different business activities. So meaning, these are the companies owned by one person. That particular person, like for example, own different companies that has no related with each other. Like for example, he or she own a food chain, an airline, um, a network provider, etc. Ganon, like something like that. And now proceed with the advantages of conglomerate integration. Diversification of risk. By operating in different industries, conglomerates can spread their risk and reduce vulnerability to economic downturns in any single sector. And the second one, access to new resources. Acquisitions can provide access to new financial resources, technologies, and markets that may not have been available before. And the last advantages, increased shareholder value. A well-diversified conglomerate can offer investors a more stable and potentially higher return on investment. And its consequences of having a conglomerate integration are management complexity. Managing a diverse portfolio of businesses with different needs and expertise can be challenging. The second one is synergy challenges. There may be limited opportunities for cost savings or operational synergies between unrelated businesses. And the last but not the least, loss of focus. Diversification can lead to a lack of strategic focus, making it difficult to excel in any one industry. Those are the different types of market integration.
Let us now proceed to the different global economic institutions. We will explore its histories, reasons why these institutions were established, their member countries' role in the global economy, as well as their benefits and limitations. New Development Bank (NDB), an international financial institution, is the New Development Bank. The BRICS nations Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa formed it in 2014. The NDB seeks to provide funding for infrastructure and sustainable development initiatives in BRICS nations, as well as other developing economies. At NDB, they give top priority to sustainable development and infrastructure initiatives that boost the national economy. The goal of this institution is to create a future that is more sustainable in all we do. It helps the member of it to have a clean energy and energy efficiency, as well as sustainable, reliable transport infrastructure that helps foster economic growth, unlock job opportunities, and improve lives. Supports projects that facilitate universal access to clean drinking water and adequate sanitation, and they also support projects that involves conservation and restoration of key ecosystem, promote nature-based solutions, and aim to reverse or reduce the negative environmental impact of socio-economic activities. Following are the countries that are the members of the new development bank: Brazil, Russia, China, South Africa, India joined on 2015, and followed by United Arab Emirates, Bangladesh, Uruguay, Egypt on 2021. What are the benefits of the new development bank? NDB support projects that facilitate universal access to the clean drinking water and adequate sanitation, promote equitable and sustainable management of water resources, and reduce vulnerability and exposure to the to water-related disaster, particularly those triggered by climate change such as droughts and floods. So, NDB's internal policy limit net open position to USD 20 million, and to 2022 USD 9.3 million, and duration up to the 5 years, and 2022 0.5 year. The bank market risk policy are unchanged from 2022 and in line with NDB peers.
International Development Association History of the institution. On September 24, 1964, IDA was established to support economic development in low-income countries, with 74 countries currently eligible to receive its resources with a focus on poverty. IDA has provide experience, knowledge, expertise, and resources to support their countries in their development effort. ADA aims to reduce poverty by providing zero to low interest loans called credits and grants for programs that boost economic growth, reduce inequalities, and improve people living conditions. Member countries and their role in the global economy. IDA has grown to include 174 member countries and may become the leading source of congestional leading to 75 of the world poor countries. Overall, 36 countries have graduated from IDA and many have become IDA donors, include China, Chile, India, South Korea, and Turkey. IDA advised government to on way to board the based on economic growth and protect the poor from economic shock. IDA also help countries manage their debt and has over the year coordinated debt relief for 4 countries. Benefit and limitation. IDA has support capacity building effort areas such as governance, education, health, infrastructure, and agriculture, which contribute to long-term development outcomes. Limitation required continuous evaluation, adoption, and collaboration between IDA recipient countries and other stakeholders to ensure effective and sustainable development outcomes.
International Bank Reconstruction and Development. Founded in 1944 as part of the Bretton Woods Agreement, the IBRD aimed to provide financial and technical assistance for the reconstruction of war-torn Europe after World War II. It later shifted its focus to development projects in developing countries. Initially created to assist in post-war reconstruction, the IBRD's mission evolved to promote economic development and reduce poverty in developing countries through loans, policy advice, and technical assistance. Magsimula tayo sa IBRD, isang bahagi ng World Bank Group. Ito ay itinatag noong 1944 pagkatapos ng ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig. Ang unang misyon ng IBRD ay tulungan ang nawasak na digmaang Europa na muling itayo. Gayunpaman, umunlad ang misyon ng IBRD. Nakita nito ang pangailangan tugunan ang mas malawak na mga hamon sa pagunlad. Ngayon, gumagana ito sa mga umuunlad na bansa, naglaing bawasan ang kahirapan at isulong ang paglago ng ekonomiya. Nakakamit ito sa pamamagitan ng una, mga pautang. Ang IBRD ay nag-aalok ng mga pamatagalang pautang sa paborableng mga rate upang pondohan ang mga proyekto sa pagpapalad ng mga lugar tulad ng infrastruktura, edukasyon at pangangalagang pangkalusugan. At payo sa patakaran. Ang IBRD ay hindi lamang nagbibigay ng pera, nag-aalok din ito ng ekspertong payo sa mga patakarang pang-ekonomiya upang matulungan ang mga bansa na magamit ng epektibo ang kanilang mga mapagkukunan. Teknikal na tulong, ang pagbabahagi ng kaalaman at kadalubhasaan ay mahalaga. Ang IBRD ay nagbibigay ng teknikal na tulong sa mga umuunlad na bansa upang matiyak ang matagumpay na pagpapatupad ng kanilang mga proyekto. The IBRD has 189 member countries, including both developed and developing nations. Member countries contribute funds and have a say in the organization's policies and operations. They also benefit from access to financial resources for development projects. The IBRD provides crucial financing for infrastructure, education, healthcare, and other development projects in developing countries. It offers long-term loans at favorable interest rates and provides technical expertise to help countries implement projects effectively. Ang IBRD ay may 189 member countries. Kahit maunlad at paunlad pa lamang. Ang IBRD daw po ay siya ang tumutulong sa pagpipinance ng mga infrastructures, education, and healthcare ng mga paunlad pa lang na mga bansa. At hindi lang po sa ganun na paraan sila tumutulong, ay nagpapautang din po sila ng pangmatagalan na kung saan ang kanila pong interest rate ay paborable sa mga bansa. Critics argue that the IBRD's policies sometimes prioritize the interests of developed countries and multinational corporations over the needs of the poorest nations. There are also concerns about debt sustainability for borrowing countries as excessive borrowing can lead to financial instability. Habang ang IBRD ay gumaganap ng isang mahalagang papel, may mga kritisismo. Ang ilan ay nangangatwiran na ang mga patakaran daw nito ay pinapaboran ang mga mauunlad na bansa at mga korporasyon kaysa sa pinakamahihirap na bansa. Bukod pa rito, ang labis na paghiram ng mga umuunlad na bansa ay maaari din pong humantong sa mga pasanin sa utang na umahadlang sa paglago sa hinaharap. Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development or OECD. Established in 1961 to promote economic growth and trade among member countries and provide a forum for sharing best practices and policies recommendations. The OECD was created to facilitate economic cooperation and policy coordination among member countries with a focus on promoting sustainable economic growth, employment, and development. Ang OECD daw po ay binuo noong 1961 para mas lalong mapaunlad ang ekonomiya sa pamamagitan ng pakikipagkalakalan at o sa pamamagitan ng pag-share ng mga epektibong practices o policy na kanilang ginagamit sa bansa. The OECD has 38 member countries, mostly high-income nations from North America, Europe, and the Asia-Pacific region. Member countries collaborate on a wide range of economic and social policy issues, including taxation, trade, education, and environmental protection. The OECD provides a platform for member countries to exchange information, analyze economic trends, and develop policies recommendations based on empirical research and best practices. It also helps countries address common challenges such as climate change, inequality, and digitalization. Ang OECD daw po ay binubuo ng 38 member countries. Ang pangunahing pinagagamitan ng organization na ito ay upang makipagpalitan ng mga member nito ng impormasyon, alamin ang mga economic trends, and para ma-develop ang policy na kanilang pwedeng i-rekomenda. At nakakatutulong din ito sa mga bansa na kung saan ay may mga problema katulad ng climate change, inequality, and digitalization. Critics argue that the OECD's policy recommendations sometimes reflect the interests of its wealthiest members and may not be applicable or suitable for all countries, particularly those in the global south. There are also concerns about the lack of representation for developing countries within the organization limiting their influence over decision making. Sa kabila ng mahusay na gawain nito, ang OECD ay nahaharap sa kritisismo para sa mga rekomendasyong nito na maaaring hindi kapakinabangan sa lahat ng mga bansa, lalo na ang mga mas kaunting representasyon sa organisasyon.
The Asian Development Bank, or ADB, is a multilateral development financing institution dedicated to reduce poverty in Asia and the Pacific. ADB aims to improve the quality of people's lives by providing loans and technical assistance for various development activities. History of ADB. The Asian Development Bank, or ADB, was founded on December 19, 1966 as a regional development bank under the leadership of Japan. Its headquarters are located in Mandaluyong and the Greater Metropolitan Area of Manila in the Philippines. The ADB was created to be a financial institution that would be Asian in character, as it works to promote economic growth in what remains one of the poorest regions of the world. Rationale for its creation or establishment. ADB was founded to foster sustainable economic growth, reduce poverty, and promote regional integration and cooperation among its member countries. It provides financial and technical assistance for various development projects, infrastructure development, and capacity building initiatives across Asia, recognizing the importance of collective efforts to address regional challenges and achieve shared prosperity. So, itinatag ang Asia Development Bank upang paunlarin ang ekonomiya at bawasan ang kahirapan at itaguyod ang pangregional na integrasyon at kooperasyon sa mga bansang kasapi nito. At layunin din nilang paunlarin ang mga infrastruktura at pagpapatibay ng kakayahan sa buong Asia. Member countries of ADB. 6 state members including 49 regional from Asia and Pacific and 19 non-regional. Role in the global economy. ADB provides loans, grants, and technical assistance to its developing members countries, to the private sector, and through public-private partnership to support the building and maintenance of infrastructure. The majority is in water, energy, transport, urban development, and information and communications technology. So, ang layunin ng ADB ay mapabuti ang kalidad ng buhay sa mga bansang kasapi at palakasin ang kanilang ekonomiya at ang pagtulong sa pagpapalakas sa mga infrastruktura ay mahalaga upang mapalawak ang mga oportunidad para sa negosyo. Benefits. ADB maximizes the development impact of its assistance by facilitating policy dialogues, providing advisory services, and mobilizing financial resources through co-financing operation, the top official, commercial, and export credit resources. Layunin ng ADB na higit na mapalakas ang pagpapaunlad sa mga proyekto sa buong rehiyon ng Asia at Pasipiko. Limitation of ADB. Primarily focused on the Asia-Pacific region, lending activities can be influenced by interests of its major shareholders. Dahil sa pangunahing nakatuon ng ADB sa rehiyon ng Asia-Pasipiko, maaaring maapektuhan ang kanilang mga aktibidad sa pautang ng mga interes ng mga pangunahing may-ari ng ADB. Ito ay dahil sa mga bansang may malaking bagda ng pagmamay-ari sa ADB ay maaaring magkaroon ng mas malaking impluwensya sa mga desisyon hinggil sa mga proyektong ipinapautang.
The Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency is an international institution that promotes investment in developing countries by offering political and economic risk insurance. By promoting foreign direct investment into developing countries, the agency aims to support economic growth, reduce poverty, and improve people's lives. History of MEGA. MEGA was established as a member of the World Bank Group in April 1988. It commenced its operations with a capital stock of $1 billion and 29 original member countries. The agency derives strength from its multilateral character and joint sponsorship by developed and developing countries. The agency was created to complement both public and private investment insurance against non-commercial risks in developing countries. Its multilateral character and sponsorship by advanced and developing nations were seen as bolstering confidence among people going across borders to invest their money. Ang MEGA daw ay bahagi ng World Bank Group na may pangunahing layunin na pasiglahin ang cross-border investment sa mga nade-develop na bansa. Ginagawa ito ng MEGA sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng mga garantiya tulad ng political, insurance at credit enhancement sa mga investors at lenders na kasangkot sa mga proyekto sa loob ng rehiyong ito. Ang MEGA daw po ay isang institusyon or investment na direktang pamumuhunan sa mga umuunlad na bansa. Layunin din ng MEGA na suportahan ang paglago at bawasan ang kahirapan ng bawat tao. Rationale for its creations or establishment. MEGA offers a variety of services in order to encourage foreign direct investment. This includes risk insurance against foreign exchange restrictions, an outbreak of conflicts or wars, impose spending limits and related restrictions on company assets. Ang MEGA ay nagbibigay ng iba't ibang serbisyo upang hikayatin ang dayuhang direkta sa pamumuhunan. Kasama mga serbisyong ito ang seguridad laban sa hadlang tulad ng pagpapasara ng panlabas na palitan ng pera, pagsiklab ng hidwaan o digmaan. Ipinatutupad din ng MEGA ang limitasyon sa gastusin at ipapatakaran na may kinalaman sa asset ng kumpanya. Layunin ng MEGA na babawasan ang panganib at maitaguyod ang pamumuhunan sa pamamagitan ng pagtitiyak ng posibleng hamon o problema na kinahaharap ng negosyo. Who are the members of the MEGA? Sino nga ba at anong mga bansa ang kabilang sa MEGA? Ang mga bansang ito ay ang Bahrain, Bangladesh, Barbados, Canada, Chile, Cyprus, Denmark, Ecuador, Egypt, Germany, Grenada, Indonesia, Jamaica, Japan, Jordan, Korea, Kuwait, Lesotho, Malawi, Netherlands, Nigeria, Pakistan, Samoa, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, and United States. The role of MEGA in the global economy. What is the role of MEGA in global economy? MEGA provides political risk insurance for projects in a broad range of sectors in developing member countries covering all regions of the world. Ang MEGA ay nangangahulugang nag-aalok ng proteksyon laban sa mga panganib tulad ng expropriation, currency, inconvertibility at political violence para sa mga proyekto sa mga bansang umuunlad sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo. Benefits of MEGA guarantees. Mga benepisyo ng MEGA. Provides protection for non-commercial risks. Strong risk appetite. Operates in challenging markets. And insures at longer tenors, over 15 years. Strong pre-claim management. Manages risk in pre-claims and leverages World Bank Group network. Recognized as a highly rated multilateral institution by the Basel Committee. Ang MEGA ay naglalayong maprotektahan ang anumang investment na pumapasok sa bansa. One of the MEGA's key strengths lies in its pre-claim and management. This entails identifying the managing risk before they escalate the actual claims. By doing so, MEGA aims to minimize potential losses and ensure the smooth operations of project it supports. Ang MEGA daw po ay upang maiwasan ang pagkalugi ng Negosyo, lalong-lalo na ang World Bank Group Network, kung saan sinusuportahan nito ang iba-ibang investment. MIGA's reputation is underscored by its high ratings and recognition as a reputable multilateral institution by the Basel Committee. This recognition affirms its credibility and reliability, providing assurance and support for investment under challenging environments. Overall, MIGA plays vital in facilitating investment flows into regions where traditional insurance providers may hesitate to operate due to highest risk. Ang political risk insurance ay nagpoprotekta laban sa posibleng pagkalugi ng pangyayaring pampulitika, pagbabago ng pulisiya, habang ang credit enhancement naman ay naglalayong pagbutihin ang creditworthiness ng mga proyekto. Ginagawa ng migang na mas kaakit para sa mga investors. Sa ganito ay nakakatulong upang mabawasan ang kawalan ng katiyakan sa mga stakeholders at hinihikayat ang mga investors na mag-invest upang maitaguyod ang economic development. Ang history ng MIGA ay isang ehensyang ginawa upang magbigay ng karagdagang proteksyon laban sa non-commercial na mga panganib o risk sa mga umuunlad na bansa. Ang MIGA daw po ay mas magkakaroon ng credibility and reliability ang insurance pag may MIGA. Limitations. MIGA primarily focuses on providing political risk insurance and guarantee against non-commercial risks such as exploitation, currency and convertibility, and political violence. Eligibility criteria. MIGA has eligibility criteria that projects must meet to qualify for its supports, including environmental and social standards. This can include certain projects or countries from assessing MIGA services. Resource constraints. MIGA's ability to provide guarantee and insurance is limited by its available resources, which is contributed by the member countries. As a result, it may not be able to support all projects that meet its criteria. Sovereign risk. MIGA primarily operates in developing countries where political and economic risk can be high. As such, there is always a risk of default by the host government, which could impact MIGA's ability to fulfill its obligation. Limited impact on private sector development. While MIGA plays a role in facilitating foreign direct investment in developing countries, its impact on private sector development may be limited by factors such as market conditions, government policies, and broader economic trends.
Good morning, ma'am and classmates. Now, I will define global corporation and identify the challenges encountered by multinational corporation. Global corporation. A global corporation or company is a business that operates in at least one country other than its origin. Expanding to one additional country is a significant achievement, but it requires more than just selling products and shipping them to customer. To be a global company, companies must introduce their products and company to people in another country, conduct research, and send employees to experience the country firsthand. Once successful, global companies may want to expand to additional countries, leading to a massive list of countries they operate in. Global corporations, also known as multinational corporations and transnational corporations, are major players in globalization and modern capitalized market. A multinational company is a large, influential firm operating in multiple countries including automobiles, retail, food, and technology. They can be decentralized, global centralized, international, or transnational. Common characteristics include large size, economic power, aggressive advertising, and high quality products. As of 2010, China and India had the highest GDP or growth rates in the global market. However, multinational companies face significant challenges in penetrating these markets, including building public relation, maintaining ethical standard, integrating new regions into the value chain, and attracting effective leaders with the appropriate knowledge base to approach each geographic market. By maintaining ethics and a strong public image, companies can create strategic business units with strong international leadership to capture value in a constantly expanding global market. Multinational companies face the following challenges: cultural difference, managing diverse workforce, and understanding cultural nuances across various regions can be challenging but essential for effective collaboration and communication. Political and legislative environments. Adapting to different regulation, policies, and legal frameworks in each country of operation requires careful navigation to ensure compliance and minimize risk. Long supply chains. Managing complex supply chains spanning multiple countries involves coordination, logistics, and risk mitigation to maintain efficiency and minimize disruptions. Geopolitical and economic risks. Uncertainties such as trade disputes, geopolitical tensions, and economic instability in different regions can impact operations, investments, and market dynamics. Competitions in the global market. Multinational companies must contend with competition from both local and international rivals, requiring strategic differentiation and adaptation to local market conditions. Currency fluctuation. Fluctuations in exchange rates can affect the profitability of international transactions, investments, and operation, requiring hedging strategies and risk management to mitigate currency risk.